the sun is breaking through. You're looking at a live shot from the Century Plaza Hotel and Spa on Burrard Street this morning. Not a bad start to the day. Good day probably to get out for a ride. Akash Sablok, our tech expert, is in now, and you have everything cycling for the holidays and beyond. What's new? There's always so much going on in this industry. The technology blows you away in the bikes alone, let alone the stuff you brought in right here as far as hooking your bike up to inside riding. Tell us first of all about this bike.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you know the weather's getting the way it is, and we have a wind warning for today actually. Yeah. So this is Cervelo C3. This bike is designed to be ridden all year. So of course, great.
What makes it different than a normal bike?
Well, it's actually the clearance on the bottom, slightly wider tires, and then perfect for Vancouver disc brakes, right? So you don't,
nothing's getting messed up with the water getting in there the same way.
No, so the Cervelo C3 is designed to be used all around, all year, in different conditions. You can use it on gravel, you can use it on road, you can use it slightly off-road. Don't take it mountain biking, that's for sure.
No, but the rims can handle a little bit more roughness. But are these tires still beefy enough when it's really
They are beefy enough,
as far as
but
texture, tread?
Absolutely, and it actually has a wider gap, so you can even put thicker tires on it with tread on it. And then it has the Shimano, the latest Di2 electronic shifting. So with the electronic shifting and the disc brakes and the lightness and the clearance on the bike, it's a perfect winter bike.
Great. Okay, these are not cheap though. How much is it for one?
This is about $6,000 or $7,000. They get up there.
Give me two. Okay, what about this guy here?
Okay, so I've got attached.
This is your bike, and you have it hooked up to some contraption so you can ride it in the living room.
Absolutely, and well, maybe not the living room. You might want to try the den. You have to ask your spouse about that one. So this is the Kicker. This is the Kicker by Wahoo, and this is the latest generation. So it's got a stronger flywheel, which means that when you're riding, it actually feels like you're riding on the road. And as the terrain gets harder, it actually gets harder. If you go uphill, downhill, it'll actually fluctuate. Now, latest for this year is the Kicker Climb, and I'm just
so pop on there.
I'm going to demo this for you.
You have your shoes on.
So I'm attached to Zwift here. There's an electronic gaming system for cycling, and we're going to start pedaling here. Well, actually, we're somewhere exotic here.
Well, you're pulled over.
Yeah. Now,
get out there.
Do you like my my green cycling sweater there?
I was
my
impressed
Christmas
by your
sweater?
calves.
Oh, well, thank you. I've been trying, and I've got my Christmas cycling socks on, too. Here. So here, what we do is when you're cycling...
I forgot to mention the socks. They look good.
When you're riding, you can actually raise it up. So if you're going uphill, the climber will actually go up, and it can go down. Now, I'm doing it manual here, but you can actually program it where it'll go with the program. So as you go up an incline, it'll actually rise up and give you that sensation that you're actually going up.
Now, is the resistance similar to the resistance you'd get from being in that same gear on that type of slope?
Absolutely. So if you're going downhill, it gets easier. You're going uphill, it gets harder. You actually go on cobblestones, you'll feel it shake a little bit. So.
And you just hook this up to a normal TV or a monitor? You don't need to buy this as well?
No. I'm using my own laptop here, and you can hook it up to anything you want.
Okay, how much does one of these go for?
Well, the Wahoo Climb is about $700, and the Kicker is about $1,200, $1,300.
Okay, and lots of people have these Kickers already. Yeah. And you just have your front wheel on, and you're not connected up to anything.
Exactly, right? And then the Climb is new, and you can add that onto the system.
Okay, great. What about some of these smaller things, like this helmet right here?
Well, you know what that helmet is? That is the Course Safe Sound. So what the Course has done here is, if you just turn here, it actually has, oh, look, it's got the flashing light, which is controlled from an app. And then the actual helmet itself has conductive, bone conductive, so you can hear, you can use your speakerphone.
Okay, so you can have earbuds in, hear music, but still hear the surrounding.
It actually uses the cheekbones here. So, then the coolest thing about it is, God forbid that you crash and you land and your helmet crashes, it'll actually send a signal to predetermined contacts that you have that, hey, listen, there's a problem here, you need to check this out.
What's on your ear?
So on my ear is the Bonk's Grip. Now, what this is very similar, so it has, the speakerphone music, but the coolest thing about this is you can set up a group. So if you have 3 or 4 cyclists together, hands-free, you just start talking, and it'll actually communicate with your group.
With your cycling group.
Yeah.
Amazing. Finally, this.
So this is a Barrel laser light. Extremely bright light, but look at this. This will actually shine a bike image of about 10-15 feet ahead of you. So cyclists, motorists, everybody knows, hey, watch out, I'm coming.
So that would be out on the road, for example, and that would come across before you'd arrive.
Absolutely. So you want to be seen and you want to see as well. So
perfect. Cash, thanks so much for coming in. This is great stuff. And this isn't $6,000. This is...
No, that's a little bit less. That's about 200. So.
All right, excellent. And cycling maybe this afternoon, potentially not the best idea with the winds.